Welcome to the Spa Hive. I'm Julie Pankey, and I've teamed up with two of my business besties to flip this hive and spill the honey. We're dishing out the juiciest insights on business, life, and everything in between, with a side of sass, a sprinkle of nuttiness, and plenty of laughs. Whether you're here for spa tips or just a little life inspiration, we've got the buzz you need. So grab your favorite drink and get ready. Things are about to get sweet and sticky. Hello and welcome back to our Business Besties Spa Hive podcast. Hello, MaryAnn.
Good afternoon, Julie. Good afternoon, listeners. We're out of our normal scheduling recording habit, and we're recording right now in the afternoon, a bit of a pre-recording. But yeah, we usually record bright and early in the morning, and now it's about like 12:30 almost, and I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Yeah, I don't love it.
You're the one that wanted to do it, but okay.
I know, because I've been trying to work out every morning at 7, but I ended up not working out today because I was protecting my energy, which I really should have got up and worked out and not protected my energy, because I would have got a lot more done by now.
Yep. Well, that's true. But there's always tomorrow, hopefully.
Here we are.
Here we are.
And today we're going to be heading into Spa's favorite, or one of Spa's favorite holidays. I know it's one of my favorite holidays. I think it's my favorite holiday is Valentine's Day. And so we're going to have like a little love it or leave it episode about Valentine's Day promotions and services.
Yes, we are. Yes. So this episode, right, today, when this episode comes out, it's February 6th. So Valentine's Day is right around the corner. You know, I like Valentine's Day as well. I've always enjoyed Valentine's Day. I would say maybe there was a couple years in like high school where I didn't, but other than that, I always liked it. Depending, you know, it didn't matter if I was dating, not dating, married, not married. I like the vibe. I obviously love Valentine's Day because of pink. It is my favorite color.
Obviously.
So, well, yes. So I like it. I think it's a fun holiday. A lot of people have some problems with it, thinking it's like hallmarky and gimmicky. But why not spread a little bit more love? I think we all sort of need it.
Yeah, you know, little PSA here on the podcast. We also like Hallmark movies.
Yeah, well, 100% we do enjoy a Hallmark movie. This year, 2026, Valentine's Day spending in the U.S. is expected to hit a record $29.1 billion. That study comes to you from Retail Customer. That's crazy. That's a ton of money. And on average, it says that per person, people are spending almost $200 for Valentine's Day.
Wow, nice.
So
I could tell you
that's a lot of money.
Gary was supposed to plan Valentine's Day, and then he didn't. And he said, "Oh, maybe you could pick a place you want to go for dinner." So this morning, I reached out to 4 places, and they all were booked, even for the early bird time of like 5:30 when we eat. So, yeah, people are out there spending big money. I saw something. It was a Valentine's Day, like 4-course dinner with champagne at a restaurant in Charleston, and it was $200 per person. Woo-hoo. I was like, wow, what are they serving on that menu? I didn't look. Maybe they had availability, but if I'm spending $275 a person, it's not going to be on a meal. Sorry.
No. Well, right. I mean, I guess because it had to like champagne pairings, but still, that's that's a lot. I mean, yeah, that's a big ticket.
So I think, Valentine's Day sometimes offers a lot of pressure, like creates pressure for businesses to do something. And, it's like, how do you do something that feels authentic versus feeling gimmicky, like you said before? And, I think it's tough. I mean, let's be honest, if you're a spa or a business, pretty much any business, it's almost too late now to be planning your Valentine's Day promotions, unless you're just going to do like a pop-up something. But for me, and MaryAnn, I think you know this, like I am not a fan of chocolate anything in a service.
Unless you're Hershey spa.
Yes. How'd you know that was I going to say? Exactly.
I think we've heard that.
Because it doesn't feel like authentic. It feels gimmicky. And personally, I don't like having a facial with products that I can eat. I don't want to be wrapped up in chocolate unless I'm in Hershey, Pennsylvania, right? And it's an experience for me. Like it's authentic and it's a real experience that I'm signing up for. But if I'm going for a pedicure and you're slapping chocolate all over my feet, I'm not going to love it. So I think it's ways to think about something as simple as on Valentine's Day, buy a couple dozen roses, depending on, how many people you're having come in, and give a rose, right, to each person that comes into your business. Or, one of the spas that I work with, we do heart-shaped petit fours. And I think the box comes with maybe 36, and we do a lot of services. So, we get 3 boxes and, people have a petit four and they're beautiful. They're heart-shaped, they're white with like a little pink rose on the top.
That's
And
pretty.
they're delicious. So, I mean, have you ever offered something like you felt like you had to offer the chocolate pedicure and you wouldn't offer it any other time of year? Skip that thing. I mean, so we're talking about love it or leave it, and we're going to do a rapid fire later, but your team is forced to do something when their capacity is low. They're not vibing, they feel marketed, like a guest feels marketed and sold to, instead of how they're supposed to feel on Valentine's Day, which is enveloped and cared for. So maybe some Valentine's offerings that are actually worth keeping. Like think about some of the services that you already do that people really love. Like what's your top service? And then maybe how you can make it feel special without overcomplicating it. Maybe you don't normally offer a glass of Prosecco or champagne with your services. And on Valentine's Day, your 80-minute massage is, your most booked service. And on Valentine's Day, maybe your most booked service is your couples massage. Can you give a glass of Prosecco or champagne, which, is painless? What could you
Yes,
do?
it is painless. But, I always remember talking about a glass of Prosecco or champagne, right? I think we were working at the same place. I can't remember. But I think we tried to do that, and there were so many massage therapists, or maybe one or two, maybe it wasn't so many, that said that was inappropriate, right? Because the clientele should not have it before a service, right? Because it with your blood flow, it increases your blood flow. I don't know. But I remember that being like a hot button issue one time. Do you remember that?
Well, that's why you offer it after.
Yes, I know, but it kind of was
And,
like,
let's be honest, that was a group of individuals that complained about everything.
well, right. I know. That was like, they could just suck the fun out of any room.
But something that your team enjoys delivering, right? I mean, one of the big spas that I work with, the providers have carte blanche to offer Prosecco anytime they want. They just have to record it so that we can, keep proper alcohol inventory, um, of our refrigerator, right? And so if it's a birthday, if it's an anniversary, they don't have to come up and ask for it, right? We make sure that we have enough people on our staff that are tips trained so that we can offer complimentary one glass. And, we open a split of champagne or Prosecco, and half the split goes in a glass. I mean, it's not like you're overpouring either. So
Right.
think about, even ask your team, like, hey, what's something that, we could offer for Valentine's Day that doesn't feel gimmicky and that feels authentic? I mean, it might be as simple as enhancing a service with like one of the pink Himalayan salt stones.
Yeah.
And then you can sell one of the heart-shaped pink Himalayan salt stones to take home with, and then you're increasing your retail revenue.
I think getting your team's buy-in is very important, right? Like before you sit down and think of all these great, amazing ideas and get behind them, maybe at the same time that you are sitting down thinking about it, task your team with doing that as well. Because that's really the worst, right? When you come up with this brilliant idea and you love it, and then pitch it to your team and they really, really don't like it. So I definitely work together in it and save yourself some grief, honestly.
Right, right. And it doesn't matter like how great you think the treatment is that you create. If the team doesn't enjoy doing it and, won't sell it, then it's a fail. So, and believe me, it happens to me, with all the experience that I have creating treatment menus, I still sometimes create one service that they hate. And we try to work through it. So definitely involve your team. Also, don't be thinking that the best thing you can offer on Valentine's Day is a discount. Because people are looking for value add. They're looking for meaningful experiences that create a memory, something that then will create repeat visits for you. Because we've said this before on the podcast, the way people feel within your business, whether it's a spa, whether it's a hair salon, whether it's a restaurant, I mean, whatever kind of a gym, the way they feel at your business is going to create long-term clients or not. And so that's really important in knowing that all the discounts in the world can't change a bad vibe. It can't change a dirty space. It can't change something that's disappointing otherwise. Then it becomes nothing better than a one-off Groupon deal, right?
Right.
And that's like a hit or miss. Maybe you get somewhere amazing, maybe you don't, but
Hmm.
you did it because you were discount shopping. So don't think that that's what people are looking for. It's not about being louder and more obnoxious, and offering the buy one, get one, or, being too elaborate. It's about, being clear and intentional and reframing Valentine's Day as connection, care, and self-love. So it doesn't have to just be couples, right? We're not
Right.
saying that.
Something
Valentine's,
else.
yeah,
I feel like that is something else too, is try to get ahead of Valentine's Day, right? At this point, if you've got some staff or maybe you're a solo operator and people are willing to work a few extra hours, open up their
right,
book a little bit, do it. Ask, right? I mean, unless you're in a business that keeps asking, right? That can get annoying. But,
right, right,
we are in a season of making money, right? And so a lot of people will open their books around Valentine's Day because spas, massage, and Valentine's Day, it goes hand in hand, right?
right, right.
Self-care and Valentine's Day are, two peas in a pod.
Two
So,
peas in a pod.
right. And if for some reason you're closed on Valentine's Day, maybe reconsider that. Okay.
Right? Now I
I
was laughing. I'm sorry if I insulted the people that are closed. I mean, and it depends on your business, I guess. But yes, if you're a spa, reconsider it. And
I
remember
have
that,
seen some spas that are
yes,
closed on Valentine's Day, but
yes.
this Valentine's Day, it's a Saturday. So there is money out there to be made, and don't forget about it. And there's love out there to be shared, more importantly.
So much love.
So much love.
But let's remember one of the last things I want to leave you with is that, what we were talking about, that Valentine's Day is not just couples, right? And romance centric. It could be for solo guests. It could be friends, mothers, caregivers. I mean, that's a huge opportunity. What caregiver doesn't need an hour of alone time on Valentine's Day for self-love? So position your offerings as restorative and grounding and nurturing. And I think that, you're going to feel less stress. Your team is going to feel less stress. And I keep coming back to it just feeling more authentic, like a real authentic experience, because people just want to be cared for. So if we remove the pressure, how would it feel?
It'd feel
Good,
good.
right?
Amazing.
So
Let's
MaryAnn
do it.
loves our hot seat sessions when we love it or leave it. We're going to do some rapid fires.
Yeah, let's do it. So let's do some rapid fires about Valentine's Day. Julie, here's
Yes.
a good one. Well, we'll come off with an easy one, right? A chocolate facial. I feel like we can all collectively say, leave it.
Leave it.
Leave it. We know it. If you've listened to this episode, if you've stuck with us, you know that Julie hates chocolate anything in her spa, unless she's at Hershey's. So, Hershey, if you're listening, go ahead and invite us because we'll come. But yeah, I feel like if I had a chocolate facial, I'd be like licking the sides of my face, trying to get a little
Mhm.
taste.
Right. And even if you can't taste it, you want to taste it because it smells like chocolate. So it messes with your head. You're like, is this really chocolate batter or is it going to poison me if I eat it?
Probably, yeah, probably both. And I have a hard time with thinking about chocolate on my face because I feel like as a teenager, right? Like you were told, okay, you eat too much candy or you eat a lot of chocolate, you're going to have breakouts. And
Right.
so I'd be like, should this be on my face? I don't know. I mean, it's cute. I don't know. Maybe let us know if somebody out there really likes a chocolate facial. But no,
Yeah.
not
Let
for
us
us.
know. Let us
What's our next
know.
one?
Maybe we'll keep an open mind and go somewhere that has a really great chocolate facial based on recommendations from our listeners. How about a gift card Valentine's promotion?
I think I like a gift card promotion as a consumer, right? I think as a consumer, it's a smart idea if you already go to a spa typically, or if there's one you want to check out, even for yourself, you should look at the Valentine's Day gift card promotions because you could maybe get a deal. As a business, I've been there, done that, buy 100, get 25, and then it gets super complicated. So I don't love it. I do like if you get a gift card, you get like a gift, like a retail gift
Mhm.
or a package of some sort, a kit. But personally, me, if I had a spa, I wouldn't run a promotion like buy 100, get, XYZ.
Mhm. But what about just promoting gift cards in general without a discount?
Well, yeah,
Because
sure.
it's a big gift giving time. And, I think, remember we, at this one spa, I think we did, buy like a $500 gift card and get a signature robe,
Yeah.
something like that.
Did we do that? I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good one. Yeah, it sounds like something we would do because it sounds good. I mean, yes, of course, promote gift cards. Just be careful what you're giving away. And as always, if you're not selling gift cards online, just give us a call and we'll help you, because people who don't sell gift cards online by now, it drives me insane. Insane.
What are some other love it or leaves it?
Ooh. All right, so here's a good one. So this past weekend, I went to a Galentine's Day luncheon with one of my small groups I'm a part of. So what are your thoughts on Galentine's Day? Do you like it? Do you want to leave it? Do you not really understand it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really understand it. I mean, I do understand it, but I just feel like it's an extra add-on to Valentine's Day. So I can have my Galentine's Day and my Valentine's Day. So, I mean, I love it. I just was seeing this pastry chef who was doing a Galentine's Day tea where you could go and he'd teach you how to make some things like strawberry scones and I don't know, some things that have pink in them. And it seemed really fun. My bestie Mary has a Galentine's Day tea, I think tomorrow night, that I'm going to miss and I'm really sad about. So I like the opportunity to connect with, your friends or family or chosen family. I call that soul care, and I like it.
All right. So we'll keep Galentine's Day. Yes, so anyone that doesn't know, Galentine's Day is celebrated annually the day before Valentine's Day. So February 13th, it's an unofficial holiday dedicated to celebrating female friendships and platonic love. It was popularized by the amazing show Parks and Recreation. So it's all about ladies celebrating ladies, right? So I like a Galentine's Day event. I think it's cute. I think it's fun. And who doesn't need a little bit of that whimsy in their life? I'm about it.
That goes to like love it or leave it. I mean, this is a bunny question, but like couples only everything. I mean, this leads us right into, leave it, right? I mean, yes, it's about couples, but not anymore. It's about love and connection with whoever you want to spend your time with. So I don't think it has to be I don't think if you book the couples room for a couples massage and a lot of places don't even call it couples and massage, we call it like a duo. Do you, want to assume it's a romantic connection?
It is a fun game to play if you're the provider, though, to think about, is this a romantic connection? Are they just sisters? Is this like a side piece? So, I mean, yeah, it keeps us all guessing. So that's kind of fun. I did get a duo massage with my sister, Liz. Maybe it was last month or so. And she kept asking, she was like, do you think they think that we're, a couple? And I was like, I think we look really alike. So I think they know. I think they probably think we're sisters, cousins or something, and not a romantic couple. But that made me laugh.
Right.
But yeah, I would definitely get in the habit of calling your couples massage not a couples massage. I would call it a duo massage, or think of some other name, but it's kind of the past calling it a couples massage.
Yes. Of the past for sure. Yeah. Yes. So one last thing, like heart-shaped everything. That reminds me of going to the Poconos, and I'm gonna hop in that heart-shaped tub and then I'm gonna jump in that heart-shaped bed.
Well, you might. I think if you're in the Poconos,
I've always wanted to do that. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've always wanted to go to the Poconos. Gary and I have talked about it forever. I want to sit in that big champagne glass tub and just go experience that gimmicky experience. But I'm consciously making the decision that I want to experience that, right?
Yes. Yeah. So, funny side story about that is my roommate in college actually did a externship in the Poconos at the hotel that has a heart-shaped bed and a champagne glass. So that was actually funny because I remember getting some pictures of like the rooms, and she's like, no, it actually is what it says it is. So yeah, you know what? If there's a time to do it, right, heart-shaped everything, it would be probably now. But, business owners, your clients more than we do. So, choose wisely.
Yeah, I like to think if you're a business, to think of that one potential Instagram moment, right? It doesn't have to be hearts hanging from the ceiling and, the heart pedicures and the pink beverages and, all the things, pink robes and special cute pink sandals for the pedicures, although that's cute, right? It doesn't have to be that. So I always try to think about like, what's your one little not over the top Instagram moment, right? That's really clean and classy and, not like decor overload. And thinking something like that because, there's nothing that there are things that excite me more, but something that really does excite me is when I see people share about the spas that they're visiting and, they do like a cute little Instagram post and instead of it seeming like cheesy, right, and amateur, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to go there.
Right.
Jeannie, our friend Jeannie, one of our favorite vendors, she had a friend that came to visit the Cliff House in Maine, and she sent me the girl's Instagram reel, which looked like, a marketing professional could have done it. I mean, and it was just clips and a few videos put together during a snowstorm. And I was like, oh, like that 100% makes me want to get snowed in at the Cliff House.
Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want to be snowed in at the Cliff House, honestly?
I mean,
would.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's our love it or leave it episode for today. We want you to have an exciting Valentine's Day, both in your business and in your professional life. Practice self-care for yourself and know that's what all of us at the end of the day really need, right? I mean, I might need a great dinner out with my husband, but that's a form of self-care. I just need to get out, have a nice dinner, see a sunset. And so just keep that in mind, that we don't have to be too gimmicky. It doesn't have to be over the top. And have yourself a great Valentine's Day. I mean, I think we're going to talk to you again before Valentine's Day. But now you're in your planning mode. So plan for a fantastic Valentine's Day season, let's say. It's a whole season. The month of February, it's like the month of October is my birthday month. The month of February is all about Valentine's Day.
Who doesn't need a whole season for one holiday? This sounds great. Yes, we'll talk to you on Galentine's Day, February 13th. And let us know if you really enjoy chocolate services. I think we're all wanting to know now.
I want to know. Yes. And we'll see you soon. Thanks for joining us. Bye, MaryAnn.
Bye, Julie. Bye, Julie. Bye, listeners.
If I've piqued your interest, even just a little bit, about the Spa Hive, good news. You can learn more over at our free Facebook community. That's right. Head on over to Facebook, search Spa Hive Professional Community, and join me, my Spa Hive board, and over 400 other spa, hospitality, and wellness professionals there. The community is always free, chocked full of tips, tricks, and educational content to serve you. Look forward to seeing you there.